You're listening to the Public Health Entrepreneurs Podcast with your host, Dr. Charlotte Huntley. Greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining me on this episode. On this podcast, we explore topics of interest to public health professionals who are at this intersection of public health and entrepreneurship. My name is Dr. Charlotte Huntley, and I'm a public health entrepreneur with over 20 years of experience in healthcare and public health. And I've supported and helped a lot of entrepreneurs along the way. I've been a podcaster since 2017. So this platform is not new to me, and I absolutely love it. It is my top choice for connecting with, I guess I should say, attracting a community of folks that are interested on the same topic and a way to connect with people that otherwise I would not cross paths with. So this is just a great way to share information and to build community. On this episode in particular, we're going to continue the conversation about goal setting. Now, in the last episode, if you did not hear episode 22, where I talked about goal setting, goal review, mid-year review, how to set goals, and a lot of backstory around goals, then I encourage you to go back and listen to that episode. I mentioned that I would have a separate conversation where I shared about summer goal setting exercise specifically. And that's what I want to do here. So I won't recap everything I discussed in the previous episode. I'm just going to encourage you to listen to it if you have not already. So I'm going to continue with the assumption that you did listen to that episode. So I talked about the mid-year review. So this is a great time to review your goals or hit a fresh restart. But I want to share with you this summer goal setting exercise. So the summer months, thinking of June, July, August, May or maybe not September. I'm in the southeastern part of the U.S., so my summer is done in August. When we hit Labor Day weekend, kids have already been back in school here. Everyone's already in that fall-facing mindset. Now, I don't even have school-age children anymore. I have 2 grandchildren, but they're not even old enough for school yet. So I'm not even thinking about like the school time anymore. But my husband and I take a break. Traditionally in the month of September, we take a bigger vacation. So September is my month to take a break, and it's a reset because the rest of the year is super busy. So my summer looks like June, July, August. And I'm explaining all of that because whatever it looks like for you is what I want you to apply in this exercise. So thinking about, because I'm definitely a yearly person, I break down my goals into quarters, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. January, February, March is Q1. April, May, June is Q2. July, August, September is Q3. October, November, December is Q4. So when I think about my summer of June, July, August, it doesn't align with, it's kind of like part of Q2 and part of Q3. So if you're really rigid in the Q1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to ask you to be a little flexible. It'll help you out. But if you can't wrap your brain around it, it's okay. It's okay. Don't stress over it. But if you happen to be thinking, well, summer, I'm going to look at this and apply this to, Q3 for me. So maybe you're going to be looking at it as July, August, September. It's up to you. But I just think for the sake of summer break, it was refreshing. So I got this from my coach, and when she shared this in our group, I thought this was fantastic. It just freed me up because I have a very busy summer ahead of me and I was already feeling overwhelmed. You know how it is? We get real busy and anxious about the thing we have to do. Sometimes it's more anxiety around the thing we have to do than the actual thing that we need to do. So I was already getting worked up about how busy my summer was going to be. Just busy. I've got so much to do. I'm just going to be so busy. And when she introduced this exercise, I had never quite thought about, breaking my summer down this way, but it was great. So I've been sharing this with a few other people as well. So I thought I'd just bring it to the podcast. So thank you, Natalie. That's my coach. She's amazing. And she is the mastermind behind this whole idea. So at any rate, what I would encourage you to do is, let's just say for the sake of argument, you're aligned like me. So you're thinking June, July, August. And I realize we're already in June if you're listening to this as it's being rolled out, and that's okay. I printed a calendar. I love my digital technology, but every now and then I have to go old school, and I like my pen and paper. It's something about the problem solver in me. I think I have to pull everything out and scribble on it a little bit. I also like whiteboards and Post-its that you put on the wall and kind of brainstorm ideas. So think about, we have a calendar already on one of our files. I just printed out a whole page with just the month of June, a whole page for July, a whole page for August. And I sat down and first things first, put in all the things that you already have a commitment to. So for the month of June, and also holidays. So for the month of June, remember that Father's Day is in that month, if that is significant to you. Remember that Juneteenth is a holiday for us here in the US. So I mark that on the calendar. The 4th of July is a holiday in the US. I put that on the calendar. I put the holidays in. I put some plans. I have a speaking engagement out of state. I have a workshop that I'm leading virtually for one of my clients. I put those things on the calendar, those commitments. And then we have a family wedding that we're planning to attend. And so I put those commitments on the calendar. I just wrote them in on the paper. And I decided that I wanted to set, my coach encourages us to set a personal goal and a business goal for the summer. So a good way to look at this is if you could fast forward. So here in the US, Labor Day weekend typically marks the end of the summer. It's a lazy weekend and we're sitting around. So just imagine you're at a weekend, if you're not thinking in terms of US, but a weekend that marks the end of summer for you. And you're reflecting back over your summer. What do you want to feel good about? Personally and professionally. What do you want to say, this happened in my business? Or how do you want to feel as you reflect over your business or your personal experience of the summer? If you have young kids, you could feel like your summer is super busy all the time and you're always chasing the kids and their activities and what they have to do and keeping them busy and occupied. But what is it that you want? What is it for you? Maybe it's something related to how you engage with your kids, but just think about a personal goal and a professional goal. What will your business look like? For us, I actually brought this exercise. I did this myself, and then I brought this to my team. I brought my 2 lead team members together, and we kind of divided up what this is going to look like for the business. And I encouraged them to set their own personal goals. And we made this a very collaborative, engaging exercise. So I encourage you to do that. And when you set that goal, write it down somewhere, but then start to look at those months and decide what you need to do in June, July, and August so that you can make sure that you feel that way and that you accomplish that goal at the end of the summer. It's a fantastic exercise. It's a great way to kind of, I want to say humanize it, but just it desensitizes it a little bit and it takes us off of our typical and traditional Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. It doesn't replace it. But it's kind of a nice distraction. It could be super simple. It doesn't need to be complicated. But I think the summer is sometimes a period where we are excited for the summer and then it goes by so quickly and we're just exhausted rolling into the next thing. So it's a great way to kind of break it up or shift it a little bit in your goal setting exercises. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. So if you receive emails from us, respond back when you get the email for this episode and let us know what your thoughts are. Or you can comment on one of our social media posts, especially any platform that you're using. If you follow us on social media and see a post about this episode, you can always share your comments there. But we'd love to hear and receive an email from you. Just reply back to that email that we sent out, and that just lets it, and just share your thoughts. You can go as deeply into it as you like or as simple as you like to be. We do pay attention to those emails. We use automation to help us with business flows, but we're real people behind all of that. So we are paying attention, and we would love to hear from you on this exercise. All right, everyone, just a couple of reminders before I let you go. One is, when you're at our website, which is publichealthentrepreneurs.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see a little microphone icon and a button that says subscribe. So if you're not already receiving emails from us, just go there and click on that button to subscribe and put your information in, and then just watch your inbox, because we do reach out and engage with you that way. And we encourage you to connect with us. Also, while you're there, just click the share button and share this website, podcast with a friend, a colleague, someone you think will be interested in hearing about it. It's a great way to help us, for you to help us spread the word about this podcast. So that encourages us to keep doing what we're doing and providing this resource to help support public health entrepreneurs. All right. I think that'll do. I think that'll do. No more announcements for today. I just want you to jump in on this exercise. I guess one more thing. limit yourself because you could probably squirrel out into left field and get all in the weeds on this exercise. I would say, and I've been suggesting this to some of my clients, set a timer for 30 minutes. Give yourself 30 minutes to do this exercise, to, fill in the bits and do the goal setting and put some ideas down on what you're going to do and then be done. Don't let it drag out. Don't overcomplicate it. Just set it and see how that works for you. All right? I can't wait to hear from you. All right, everyone. Until next time, have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you for listening. Visit publichealthentrepreneurs.com to learn more.